All right, I believe we are online. So, welcome all. This is a quick stream which has been suddenly planned and therefore without much preparation as such. Live has to be something immediate. So, what calls me here for this live stream is that I have a few spiders with me, and today I observed that there was a swarm of termites, and a few of them had landed in my orchard and in my courtyard. So you must be aware that the termites have this social behavior of this behavior of taking to swarm, that is nuptial flights, and thereafter they land to some area where they break down their wings, and from the elate they become the non-winged forms, and thereafter they form pairs and just find some suitable habitat and set up their new colony. So they are in hundreds and thousands when they swarm, and I found a few of them landed up and broken their wings. Few were still having their wings intact, and suddenly I thought that uh, I'll just put a few of them to use by providing them as food for my spiders. So I already have done that with a few of the spiders here that I have. Like here I have a Plexippus petersi, which you can see is already relishing one termite which is still winged, though it was very lethargic. And then there are some other ones. Let me bring them also. This is first. Then there is another one. You may see it. Here is another spider, another Plexippus petersi, which is again feeding on a termite. From here you can make a little better view, though I'll be putting that additional lens for a better picture. And the third one I have, which is feeding, is here. It's a ground spider. You can see that spider also is busy feeding on a termite. So 3 spiders have already taken to the course, and now I have one very special spider. We call it the brown striped spider or the 2-striped spider. The biological name is Telebonia demidata. So I have one of that with me, which I intend to eat with the same stuff. So here it is, the Telemonia. It's a very jumpy spider. It's a very jumpy and a very tricky spider. It's very white, translucent, and it has very recently casted off its previous mold. That is, it has undergone ecdysis about, say, 10 days back. And now I intend to treat it. Let's get a view again here. That is the Telemonia. It's a very jumpy spider, I must say again. Just keeps on jumping pretty frequently. A very nervous, though relaxed, and a beautiful spider to have. So what I'll do is, in addition, let me show you a few more things. The termites. So the spider shall wait for a while. And I found 2 termites, which I've collected in this little bottle. And these termites, they have already broken down their wings and they are moving around. And they are full of protein. They are either the king or the queen, future king or future queen. And they are full of protein so as to start a colony. And I'll be transferring one of them to this Telemonia's enclosure, and that will be our observation. So here we proceed. It's going to be very simple. I'll just, let me zoom out a bit. So the Telemonia is now It has climbed up on the top sheet, top one. Oh, both of them fell into it. Holy Lord. That was something I did not want. Now I have to first of all separate these two guys. The Telemonia was trying to escape. So with the help of a brush, I'll be separating these two guys who are trying to form a pair if they are of the opposite sexes. And I'll transfer one back. And the other one I'll take on the brush and transfer to the Telemonia's enclosure. Okay, one more thing. I have this little magnifying lens, what they call the macro lens, and I'll hide the name so that it doesn't form any sort of marketing gimmick, which I'll be using occasionally when we require a zoomed up picture. So here is the spider. Let me just show you how the lens would reveal its. I'm applying the lens, and now you can see when you apply the lens, the spider's appearance becomes much better, isn't it? So now I'll just transfer this fellow into the Telemonia's box with the help of a brush. I can do it with a piece of paper as well. Idea is to not hurt this creature as much as possible from my end. What the Telemonia does will be a natural cause. So now it just goes in here and we have dropped it. You can see the Telemonia has suddenly become very curious. It has already become very curious and it has attacked. It has already attacked. Oh, good. Without wasting a fraction of a minute, it has already attacked, and then the game begins. Now all we need to do is just watch it. Good. Immediately it pounced upon. It's an ambush spider primarily. Okay. The fight is on. Now we can zoom on in a bit. I have a light source here which I'll tweak around a bit at times so that we can get a more clear view. Here you can see that brown streak or those lines on the Telemonia. It's a very whitish translucent body, and see how it has caught the animal. It has wrapped its legs around it, the four legs, and then the teeth, they have pierced the animal's cephalothorax or the neck region more so. and the animal is in anguish. See, the spider's looking straight at the lens, and you can see its lens moving, its eye lens is moving. It's got very sharp vision. You can make out the lens moving with the reflection. This with the light is a little better, I guess. The termites' movements have quietened down quite a bit, very significantly. Only you can see the labial palps moving or twitching, and suddenly the body also, the other limbs also are twitching. They are not moving; they are twitching. That means some sort of chemicals are being poured by the spider in the animal's body, which is creating a lot of uneasiness, and also it's playing with the body physiology and the control and coordination of this termite. It's completely in a disarray. Well, it looks very astonishing that a spider is, this little spider is able to hunt a creature almost twice or rather thrice its own size. In bulk, it is definitely 4 times bigger than the spider in its weight, more than 5 times, I would guess, 4 to 5 times, while in body, it is about double. The spider is excessively focused, and the termite has been impacted severely. Its movements are very diminished and they are very occasional. And they are not coordinated, they are like random, haphazard, panicky, or rather twitchy motions. You see the antenna, they are like almost motionless, right? So try to see if we can get a better view with the zoom lens. The spider is able to make out that we are doing something here. All right. Let's see if we get a better view. Focusing will be an issue. It is. Once I get a stable hand, I'll focus in a bit more. Stability is the prime importance here for me right now. Just manage with me. A lot of shaking. It's not easy holding the mobile phone and trying to focus while it is a little far away. Okay, go to the original position. This seems a little better, though not that magnified, but still get a better view. Now, very soon, the spider will start pouring some, or rather, injecting some digestive juices in the body. We may be lucky to get a view of that. In my previous observations, I have noticed that most of these digestive juices, it prefers injecting in the cephalic region, that is the head region. Perhaps that could be with the purpose that those juices they immediately start acting on the brain functioning, dissolving or destroying the brain, and it is exactly the motion it does. Let me try to get another angle, but then I miss on this magnification. It's a little tricky holding the camera and trying to zoom in and zoom out, especially when you have a very precarious angle of view. Let me see if this helps. All right. There you see those juices dripping down in the body. So yes, we are able to see a bit of it. Again, see that? It is pouring the juices slowly in little batches. I'll zoom in a bit more. There you see that little drops of the juice going in the body. Just a few drops at a time, and then again after a little while it'll release another few drops. Sorry for that handshake. I'm really sorry. Why am my hands shaking so much? It's the difficult angle that I'm holding it with. Zoom out here. It's very difficult to hold the hand that way for extended periods. I'll just remove the lens. Sorry guys, just a little too much of handshake here. I'm tweaking with the settings. No filter. Okay. That's the no filter. So the clock is ticking. The spider is a little anxious because it is observing my hands move when I try to get my hold on the camera. There it is, the spider having a good, okay, that you see bubbles, those bubbles. I'll just leave it like this. A little bit of bubbling up happening there occasionally. The resolution is not very good. It's a little blurred up, but you can make out. There you see those bubbles. That is the liquid being poured, or the digestive juices being poured in the now dead body of this unfortunate termite. And I'm partly responsible for its unfortunate fate. Again, see those juices being poured? This is something important to observe, that the spiders lack cutting mouth parts, and they only have this sort of system by which they can only slurp up liquid food. So their strategy is that they, when they overpower a prey, they simply inject it with a lot of digestive juices, and at times in different parts of the body if the animal is big enough, and thereafter allow it to get digested from inside, and then the entire body, the body flesh, whatever is it, it starts dissolving and starts getting digested, and then the spider then simply slurps up the digested juices. This is how it feeds. So this spider is in the there you see it is probing further. It has applied both the forelegs to firmly hold the prey, and the fangs are already pierced in the body, and occasionally it is. You can see that lens shine. The lens is moving from one direction to the other. You can make that out with the reflection. One eye becoming red. You see? It is scanning around. Again, some more digestive juices being poured up. So this spider, the two-striped wall spider or jumping spider, or the brown striped jumping spider, the Telemonia nidata, having a very luxurious meal which will keep it happy for, say, maybe a week or more, perhaps more than a week. In addition to these few spiders that I've revealed by far, there are a few more. Okay, there is one more spider that I have and one more termite remaining. So I'll give it to another spider now. One more termite and some more spiders to feed. So which one shall I go on with? Okay, I'll find another one. Let me get it. All right, so we have another spider here. I've just got another spider. That is a Plexippus petersii male, which I shall be now providing with the other remaining. Let it be on this side now and raise it a bit. It's a little difficult thing to do. Let me show you this. So there's a spider in here, right on the top end. There. That's a male, which I shall be now feeding up with the last remaining creature that I have. There is one termite already available for one spitting spider. There you see one spitting spider here. So that one has gone in. That's the spider, the Plexippus petersi male. And here is the termite. Hopefully they will soon interact. I'll have to close the lid immediately. Otherwise the spider might escape, and I don't want to leave. This is a rare spider in this part of the globe that I live. You see those club-like facial palps, the labial palps or the oral palps? That is the identification of a male. The females don't have that boxer glove-like appearance. So it's perhaps getting a view of the spiders are said to have, especially jumping spiders, are said to have very acute vision. But this fellow hasn't got a glimpse of it yet. So I'll do a little bit tweaking. I'll break it off from the little web that, and then see if it observes it. It's probably planning an escape. It's looking straight at the camera. I'll close the lid and see after a while. Meanwhile, the Chilimonia is busy in digesting the food it has. There you see it is still pouring some digestive juices. Again. So we won't disturb it any further and let it have its meal in peace, whatever that be. So for that, we need to shut it off, cover it with the lid, and let it stay. This is one. There is the other one here, two. And two are already in the process of feeding. This third one is still alive, while the spider is not that interested, apparently. That's the spider up there. Spitting spider. Not quite interested in its meal. They would rather prefer silverfish. All right, folks, enough for the day. I'll just leave these animals to their own fate. There is another one here. It is also alive, and the spider is hanging up on the sides corner. One is in here. I had placed. No, it's not. This contains an ant spider. There you see. An ant spider. Ant mimicking spider. It looks like an ant, though it is a spider. That's a mimicry. All right, folks. We leave those creatures to their own fates, and we now just I'll be cutting off the stream. Thank you for being with me, and hopefully I'll be having a few days of not feeding any spider immediately once they feed on this. At least I'll be relieved for a week or so. So thank you for being with me, and we'll soon catch up with something else. Goodbye for now.